Welcome to the Issues of Sports. It's a Shakespeare's Midsummer's Night Dream. And I am with Rudy Rude Dog Reyes. I am E-Mak, Evan Makovsky, and that's exactly what we're talking about. Summertime. The time in between, Rude Dog, the end of the NBA Finals to the start of NFL. I'm not talking about training camp. We know, or our massive audience doesn't, that you were at Cowboys camp in Oxnard, but that's a tangent. What I'm talking about is I get depressed. I feel after the NBA Finals, I feel a pall, okay? And then the next day, it's hard for me to wake up. It really happens because for what I care about as a sports fan, I have to wait until the fall. Now, on one hand, it's nice. It's a nice break. I don't want to hear about the All-Star game in baseball. I'm aware there's MLB. I'm aware people are golfing. There's soccer. There's the NBA draft. There's what else is there? Transactions, trade deadlines. I'm aware of all that. But I'm talking about the nuts and bolts, the meat and potatoes sports. And from the end of the NBA Finals until the start of the NFL that Thursday, to me, the sports world is dark.
It's dark because July is the least exciting month of the calendar year. Let's be honest. Finals finished, NFL season still not quite there yet. Baseball, clearly, if you're a baseball fan, that's on you. You're excited about your team and where and if they're going to be somewhere in the playoff hunt, wild card in October. No,
September. Not for the Mets. The Mets are fire sailing. You saw what they did. They
fire sail for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, the highest payroll in the history of the world, in the history of payrolls, not just sports payrolls. And it did not work out. But that's a whole other tangent. But yeah, if you're a baseball fan, the boys of summer do. Yeah, okay, great. Continue.
The boys of summer are great, but the real boys of summer, and when you really see the rubber that meets the road, is NFL training camps. I mean, let's be honest here. There is no bigger ticket. There's no bigger item sold. There is no bigger audience, no larger audience than the NFL. There just isn't. And you can't compile any other Major League Baseball sport. You can't combine soccer. You can't combine tennis and golf and NASCAR to say that it reaches the audience, the penetration of the NFL into those who are canvassing channels by flipping through their remote to find their biggest of the biggest. So July is the most least exciting month of the calendar year, whereas August seems to kind of segue into something a lot more important and so much more to look forward to in the month of August than probably any other month. Why? The NFL season is only in preseason, right? So NBA, NHL still on hiatus. Yeah, you got some skaters out there. Penguins are skating.
I love the skate. I love fall puck. I love me some fall puck. There's nothing like fall puck. But go ahead. I mean, that's what
nothing like it. You're right.
I completely agree. Matter. Those games, MATTER, fall NHL games. But
boldface, italicized, underlined font, baby, because that's really what it's all about. Soccer leagues just start, so if you're into that kind of thing and the white ball with black spots, then that's all you. Just don't call me Spot. But if you look at basketball and soccer, May's probably the most exciting month for you if you're that kind of fan, if you're into that kind of thing.
What kind of thing? March is exciting. The NBA playoffs, yes, and even the NHL playoffs is exciting. And then I do get down where other people tune out, but I do like postseason baseball. So October is pretty good for me. I mean, back when I used to go to Vegas a little bit, I would love to go in October and sports gamble. I don't sports gamble anymore. Not that I got cleaned out. I just, it's very hard to win in sports.
Got to know when to say win.
Yeah, you got to play.
Especially when you don't win.
But it is fun, man, to go to Vegas in October. You got playoff baseball. You have college football. You have NFL. It's absolutely it's a great time. I mean, just having all that there. Yeah, it's sports heaven. It really is.
Sports heaven. Yeah, it is. And every single day you wake up, you think, man, my team is headed into playoffs. If you're the NFL, my team reached postseason. If you're watching Major League Baseball underneath the microscope, there's so much to love in September and especially in October. Of course, more reasons for me to love September than just football season. Although I must admit, September 11th or the 9th, rather, is usually kickoff day or kickoff weekend. And of course, I get to watch some football on my birthday. So I'm very happy about that. So that's why September means so much more to me and ranks up there in the top 10 for fans and for me.
Can I tangent about your birthday for 1 second?
Please.
I don't want to divulge what a young man you are, but do you have a special birthday coming up next month? I'm just wondering, is it a special number or am I wrong?
You know, the numbers are irrelevant. People are ageless and they're timeless. So for those who are listening,
I thought you were turning 30 next month. That's not true.
Oh no, I'm not even turning 40 next month. Actually, I'll be the big, as some would know, 50 or 50. Yes.
Oh, I thought you were 29 years old.
50 years old. Well, how nice of you.
You are. I thought you were like
and you're fired.
You have this young person's energy. You've had me fool. What? I thought we were. That's what I have a 30th birthday cake ordered for you. I have to change that to 50.
You may have to. You may have to. You may have to flip that coin.
So next month, you're the big. How are we going to celebrate on the issues of sports? Should we like dance or should we do something on Zoom, or you would prefer us to do nothing?
I would say nothing. Only
okay.
You're gonna have to send me a cheesecake. That's really all I ask.
And
for those that know me, know that I love cheesecake. So send it.
Do.
And I'll give you my address or PO box. Wait, hold on. It'll rot in a PO box. Never mind. So
I'm sure you can get it like refrigerated somewhere or on some sort of coolant bags where you can get
it's got to be made though
for the I bet you I could get you a cheesecake. Well, that's something that our listeners can stay tuned till the next episode and see if that happens.
We're going to have to figure that out. And you know what? Cherries are optional.
Here's the deal. I'm doing other things during the summer, so it's okay. So my depression is kind of, I get my tan on at the beach. I do other things. There's more to life than sports. So yes, there's Wimbledon, there's golf tournaments, but sometimes it's nice to just wait for the National Football League. So what went from pain at one time in my life has come into the acceptance phase at the end of the NBA Finals. I still have the next day issues, but I accept what is going to happen between the end of the NBA Finals and Adam Silver presenting that trophy to Nikola Jokic, and then Thursday. And so, I'm getting my house in order during the summer, and that is that. But there's no doubt that these summer days are the worst for sports.
They are. They definitely are. There are only a few days in my calendar year where sports actually stop for a day. When Kobe Bryant died in that tragic helicopter accident, along with 8 other people, sports stopped on that very day. There were no sports. I didn't want to talk about sports. I didn't want to think about sports. I want nothing to do with sports at all on that day only. However, that was short-lived. May he rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, and the people on the helicopter.
You blame.
I wasn't
not trying to get that. You blame sport.
No, I don't blame.
Right, it's not, and it's about that's an aviation accident that happened to.
Yeah,
he was going to a sporting event tournament for his daughter. Correct.
And everybody on that helicopter. Correct.
I mean, I don't think sports has to take the fall for that, because those most 99 times out of 100 people make those sporting events. But I understand what you're saying.
But and that right there is the only day. I can't think of any other day in my tenure in broadcast media where sports just did not matter other than that very day.
I can. September 11th, sports didn't matter a whit. And I remember actually after Mark McGuire saying, when he was playing for the Cardinals, he was just like, what we do doesn't really matter. He's like, in the grand scheme of things, he's like, what we do doesn't really he had a very appropriate take. He's like, we're in the entertainment business. I mean, that's what sports is. It's the entertainment business, and it's not that entertaining after the NBA finals for me personally. But there are some people who really like trade deadlines and free agent signings in the NBA. And, you know, you can geek out, you can, you know, do what you got to do, you know, be happy in the summer. I'm less of a transaction man than I am of watching the games. But yes, I look forward. NFL is coming. It's coming to a YouTube television set near you, as YouTube TV has gotten the NFL Sunday tickets. So, you know, that's really all it is that I just, you know what I do? I pivot towards the beach. I pivot towards other things, you know.
There are beaches in New York?
There are beaches everywhere. Sure. There's beaches you got the Jersey Shore. There are beaches in Brooklyn. There are beaches in Long Island.
I've never been to any of that.
You've never been
East Coast.
Never been west of Nevada, right?
No, that's incorrect.
I mean, east of Nevada. East of Nevada. You've
yes.
never been, you made
I have.
gone, only to cover Super Bowls.
Yeah,
that's
correct. Or training camps, or no, I've been there. I've been to Tampa, Florida, as well.
Like California, I think if it was a state to its own,
maybe it's on an island. Speaking of island, Rivas Island, Darrelle Revis, a Hall of Fame induction happened today. Darrelle Revis found his way into the hauled walls of Canton, Ohio.
He went to the beaches in New York. The Jets, and Joe Thomas, who was drafted with Darrelle Revis in 2007, same year, into the Hall of Fame as well. So yes, we have Hall of Fame inductions. We had Cooperstown a couple weekends ago when Fred McGriff got in, and so did Scott Rowland that was in New York. So that occurred. So yes, there are one-offs. There are one-offs during the summer.
One and done.
And let's leave it like that. Let's leave this podcast right there at that. Okay, the summer is for one-offs in the professional sports world. But if you want the meat and potatoes, that's coming now with the NFL, and it will happen the Thursday after Labor Day, whatever the date of that is, for NFL Kickoff Thursday. And I am happy, and it's time. You don't play fantasy. It's time for me to start studying, hitting the books, getting ready for fantasy season.
I'm too busy with reality to play fantasy.
On that note, for Rudy Rude Dog Reyes, we're talking about summertime and sports, and what is it? To me, it's time to do other things. I am Evan E-Mak Makovsky. This is the Issues of Sports, and we will see you on the next episode.